What it do? What is good? We are live. We are live. Hello, hello. Checking the mic. Check 1 2.
What up?
All right, cool. We are live. We're good. We're ready. Ready. Let's see what we can do today. Um, Yesterday's stream went fairly quickly before the games tipped off, and I ended up adding several more plays before the games started. And I posted those picks over on my Twitter account, so be sure to go follow me over on Twitter or X at Vortex46 for all of my picks for tonight's NBA action. In totality, I feel like I could have went roughly maybe 4 and maybe 10, maybe 8 per what I originally had. I know I had, there were 7 games. I had 7 picks, but then I think I added like 2 more or something like that to the actual slate. But then, like I said, I added a plethora more, like several more. So I pretty much finished 6 and 11, if I remember. Because technically over on Pickett it says 6 for 17, but I did put a hockey pick in that did not cash. For all of the favorites to win to win straight up, and that one it was a 6 leg, went 3 for 3. 3 teams won, 3 teams lost. So like I said, in totality, yesterday my record is 6 for 17, but it'd be 6 for 16. But like I said, had I not added the several picks, I feel like I would have went 4 for either 8 or 4 for 10, something like that. But we can go over that real quick, and then we'll dive into these back-to-back 7 games. Yesterday was actually a really good slate of games that happened last night. So yeah, so here are the picks again. This is over on Pickett. If you don't have Pickett, it's a free app. It gives you all of your daily, and when I say daily, monthly, and yearly stat record, your bets for the day, or even something, say like the day before, showing the results. I think I haven't tested it out yet. I think you can place bets here on the app itself. I think I could be wrong. Through your various sports books, but you can connect all your sports books on this Pickett app. But but we did go 2-0 per the title. Excuse me. Sorry for my voice. We did go 2-0. I had 2 players to get assists. One was Jalen Green to get 4 assists, basically go over 3.5. He cashed on that one. Let me see if I can find the actual result here. Let me try to go and find. I may have passed it up. Give me a moment. So that was the day before. Where are you? I'm actually glad about that one pick that I just scrolled by. I'm glad I picked that one. Trying to find it. Oh, that's right. That did cash. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at a couple of other picks that did indeed hit. Okay, so yeah, so this one did hit. Jalen Green, it was over 3.5, minus 140 over on FanDuel. He finished with 6, and but they lost. Houston lost by 11 plus points. So I'm kind of mad I didn't take Minnesota but I kind of felt like Minnesota may have possibly lost that game, but that's neither here nor there. The other pick was for Franz Wagner assists. It was like I said, it was two players to get assists. And let's see if I can find kind of interesting. That one it's not closer, but it was basically for Franz to get to go under 5 assists was 4.5 over on FanDuel. I just can't find the here we go. Minus 120 over on FanDuel for him to get to go under 5. He finished with 4 on the road. Once again, Magic couldn't score 100 points. I should have faded Orlando. I really should. I was thinking about it, but I didn't for the team total points, and I didn't. That would have been an extra win on my record for yesterday. But let's go over the rest that didn't cash, but the few that did. I had a 3-leg that I put in for 3 players to get rebounds. Derek White to go over. I forgot to mention too. I did a live stream for the Celtics versus Dallas game. I really should have. I kept talking about doing a live stream. I really should have taken the Mavericks to cover the spread. Technically should have taken them to win straight up on the money line, but didn't do either, and they did both. Sorry, they literally did both. Um, they won 127 to 120. The over hit and everything was 233 and a half, if I remember correctly. So that hit. So all in all, you would have won some money. And on top of that, like Marshall, he had like 20 plus points. If you would have put him down, if you would have put Clay down for 20 and Marshall for 20 points alone, that would have cashed. And then Clay for 25 and Marshall for 20, that would have, you know what I mean? Like the money was there. You just, for me, I didn't see it. That's the thing. I did not see it happening that way. Kind of felt like, because I took the one that didn't cash. I took Mavericks to go under their team total in points that did not cash. So of course they went over that 106 and a half. If I remember correctly, that was the 101 or something like that. But yeah, they scored 127 points. So yeah, this leg here, Derek White, Jalen Green, Cole Anthony, all of them to get 4 rebounds. The only one that did cash on the 4 rebounds was Jalen Green. He finished with 6. Derek White finished with 3, so he was 1 off, and then Cole Anthony finished with 2. He was 2 off, so that one didn't cash. This other one that didn't cash was most points. I think this was over on DraftKings. It was a random pick that I decided to put in. Basically, Franz Wagner, Anthony Edwards, and Kyrie, all of them to basically be the top scorer in their games. Anthony was the only one that indeed was that one. For the Denver game in Orlando, the top scorer was, I don't think it was Joker. It was Michael Porter Jr. Random. I thought about putting him on there because his value, I think it was like plus 1,400, but I didn't take it. I was like, he's probably not going to do that, you know. But yeah, that did not. And this other one, say I put Porter Jr. down on the ticket. I had Kyrie Irving on a ticket. That didn't cash. That wouldn't have cashed either way because both Clay and, let me go back. Where are you? It was Clay and Jaylen Brown. They both finished with 25 points, so it was a tie. So that wouldn't have cashed at all. But if I put Gafford on her for rebounds to lead, that would have definitely cashed because he had finished with 15. Didn't see him grabbing 15 boards last night. So he's actually done that twice over the last 10 games. So that's actually what's up. Whoops. Next ticket that did not cash. Again over on DraftKings. Went 2 for 2, 4 leg, basically for any player to score 35 points. Any player. It was for the Dallas, Boston game, Houston, Minnesota game. And then Huh. I guess I clicked wrong. So I actually put strange. I actually put Cole Anthony down here to go over. Why did I put Cole Anthony down to go over 35 to get 35 points? Interesting. I must have been clicking so fast I wasn't paying attention. But either way, still 2-2 because somebody scored 35 points in the Minnesota Houston game, and then somebody scored. Well, it wasn't somebody. It was LeBron. He had 42. Lakers or Golden State, so that didn't cash. So yeah, that was. But either way, that ticket was plus 18.24 in value. But this one did cash. Right again, random ticket that I placed just before the games started. 4 players, all of them to get 10 points. Klay Thompson, Najee Marshall, Jaden McDaniels, Dylan Brooks. 2 separate games. Well, yeah, two separate games. Plus value is plus 253. Yeah, that cash. They all, Klay, like I said, Klay finished with 25. Marshall finished with 20. McDaniels, I wasn't sure because he was sitting on 2 points at the end of the first half. Then he kind of woke up and scored 2 buckets. He was sitting on 6. I think before I fell asleep, if I remember correctly, he finished with 8 from what I remember before I fell asleep. But when I woke up, seeing that, I didn't even notice that this ticket printed. This ticket, I'm not at work. This ticket didn't hit until like just before I started streaming because I was looking at all of my stuff here on Pickett. But he finished with 12 points, and then Dylan Brooks finished with 15. I did have Dylan Brooks on another ticket that we'll go over. That did not cash. It's actually coming up in after this one I'm getting ready to go over. 6 leg did not cash. This was hockey. Yeah, this was the hockey one. All of them, like I said, all of basically the favorites to win the game straight up in a 60-minute time frame, no overtime. One of them did go to OT, so that was the one that caused this ticket to not hit. So yeah, so that one went 3 for 3. Excuse me. But this is the one I was talking about. 3 leg, all 3 players to score 15 points. Dante Exum, Dylan Brooks, Brandon Podziemski for the Warriors. Basically, Exum hit 15, Brooks hit 15, but Brandon only finished with 8. So 7 points shy from making this one hit. This one was like the best one that I put out, to be honest. Just in my opinion, I felt really good about this one. Dante, because he's been balling lately, because of the fact with first and foremost, with Luka out at the time, he was coming in and he was actually getting 10 plus points every so often. I think like a couple of games prior, he finished with like 14 back to back. So I was like, I kind of have a good feeling about Dante, and he's actually a favorite player of mine since he hit the league, because in NBA 2K, because my 2K, at least the prior 2K games before, pretty much before 2K20, 2K15, I think it is, he develops really well on that game. So if you never played 2K15, check it out. Play with Dante Exum. He develops really well on that video game. He like I said, I just had a really good feeling about Dante, and he stepped up, he came through. And Dylan Brooks, like I said, I felt good. So Dante was plus 600. So if you would have taken that straight up, if you would have put a full unit, $100 down, you would have won $700. That's 600 plus your $100 back. That was a straight up cash. If you would have even taken Dante and Dylan Brooks just in a 2-leg parlay, that would have cashed. That's what I should have done, and I didn't do it. $10, maybe 20, But this was in total. This was plus 4,415. So yeah, that, like I said, just 7 shy, would have won back some good to great money for overall. This one did not cash. 2-leg parlay. This is one of my favorite things to do. I take one player to get 15 points and another player to get 5 over on Bet365. This cashed for me a few times last season, and like once or twice last season, but definitely a few times this year, where I've literally won, I think like in total, probably like $400 in total out I think like 50 to 70 bucks in total that I pushed out. So yeah, this type of stuff cashes. It's two leg, 15 points and 5 rebounds. Um, I had Klay Thompson. I mean, excuse me, Pritchard getting 15, Klay Thompson getting 5 rebounds. Pritchard, of course, finished with 21. Klay finished with 3 boards. Just needed 2 more, couldn't get it. This one did cash. This was over on BetMGM. If I remember correctly, I think this was the one. It did cash. 2-leg parlay. Both the Denver Nuggets and the Lakers to win the first half. Both of them, both picks were minus 200, plus value plus 100. That plus, excuse me, plus 125. That cashed. I'll take that win. Now this pick was a long shot. I just said I'm just gonna put it in, see what happens. Only one player came through, 4-leg. Basically, these players to score these points, to go over their projected points. Ahmed Thompson, 24 and a half. I'm sorry. It wasn't that. It was for all 4 players to score 25 points. Again, this is a long shot. It's something that I used to do in the beginning of my betting when I really started to take it seriously. I used to do like 5 for 25. That's what I'll call it. 5 for 25. I did it like 3 or 4 times and none of them hit. So I kind of just stopped, but decided to do a 4 for 25 and only one player came through. 4-leg. Ahmed Thompson, Michael Porter Jr., Buddy Hield, Malik Monk. So basically this came close with 2 players. So Ahmed Thompson finished with 16. I did discuss it. Porter Jr. finished with 30. Buddy Hield finished with 14. Malik Monk finished with 21. So yeah. Had you maybe taken Malik for just to go over his points and then taken, then put, Michael Porter Jr. down. Michael Porter Jr. was plus 400 and Malik was plus 300. So if you had taken his points, which say was probably maybe minus 105 or 110 or maybe even plus value plus 100, yeah, that would have cashed on those 2. Next up, another 4-leg. This one plus 4,700 because the I forgot to mention the other one was 100,000, basically 144 and 400. That was that value. But this one is plus 4739. 4-leg. All these players go over their projected points. This one did not cash. Porzingis, Jamal Murray, Hachimura, and Anthony Simons. Anthony Simons was the only one. He finished with 30 points last night. Portland is on a stretch. They are on fire right now. They won like 5 straight, something like that. Covered every time. They're the team to take, and I did take them last night, so that pick covered for me. Yeah, I'm glad about that. So yeah, that did only Simons was the only one to get 30. Next up, 8-leg plus 21.59. 8-leg. This one. So Drew Holiday, I had him down to get 9 points. He voided. He didn't play. Then I had Derek White to get 15 points. That didn't occur. He finished with 13. That's what I was talking about doing the live stream last night. I was like, I kept saying it a few times, somebody tell Derek White to go out there and get 2 more buckets. He couldn't do it. And I had, because I had him on another that rebound ticket. I'm like, somebody tell him to get another bucket, and then somebody also tell him to get 1 more rebound. Needed just 1 more. And he couldn't do it. So yeah, Derek White didn't get it. Rudy Gobert, 10 points, hit 9.5. This was minus 192. He finished with 13. I was shocked. Naz Reid, 15 points. He finished with 15 on the nose. Christian Braun, 10 points. He finished with 16. That was a really good pick, actually. Michael Porter Jr., of course, 15 points. He had 30. Porzingis again needing to at least get just another bucket, just 10 points. He finished with 8, and Richard Moore to get 15 points. He finished with 11, so that didn't cash. The next one up, this one is 6 leg, plus 37.55. This one was for basically over on BetMGM. It's like been one of my favorites to take. Basically these because this one almost hit. It missed by one game the day before. All 11 of those games, if you would have taken, I think it was the Memphis game that didn't. I think Memphis finished with 22 points. First quarter. All those games missed by one. So if you would have parlayed all those games, or at least 10 of them or whatever, and round robin it, you would have won a lot of money 2 days ago on or off of a round robin because it missed by one. That's all. Missing by one with that many legs, and you probably having to put per round robin, you would probably have to put down between like $50 to $80 or something like that. That's what I'm guessing. You would have won, dude. You would have won like thousands of dollars 2 days ago off of this pick. Just speaking the truth, because it only missed by one. That's it. That's all. So if it would have, let's say the value return was, like $50K, you would have won. I think, because that's the thing. Whichever the value, whenever one misses, the value, the return dips down like major. But not so major. So if the total return was $50K, then I'm guessing that you would have got back maybe like $20K, maybe a little bit less, because it missed by one. These games here, all these teams, basically both teams have scored 25 points. For today though, Boston, Dallas, Houston, Minnesota, Denver, Orlando, Portland, Sacramento, Lakers, Warriors, and then Clippers, Indiana. Only three out of the 6 hit. It was Minnesota, Denver, and Portland. All of them hit 25 points or more. That's why I'm upset. I didn't think to do to do this pick the day before, but I would have more than likely picked my Grizzlies to do it, and that one would have been the one that didn't come through. So yeah, we're almost done. Four leg. This is the one. This is the parlay. I took all of the team total points and I put them on a ticket. So it was Dallas to go under their team total points, Houston to go over their team total points, Golden State to go under their team total points, and then Portland to go over their team total points. So the only one that came through was Houston. They went over. They scored 114. Everybody else went over and under. Of course, Dallas had 127. Golden State had 112, and then Portland finished with 108. So they were just a few buckets shy of going over. So then the rest, Norman Powell, he finished just a free throw shy. I had him to go over 22.5 points. He finished with 22. Michael Porter Jr. to get 18.5 points. He finished with 30. And that's it. That's everything. That's the recap from last night. 6-16 for yesterday's record. Let's dive into today. Let's talk about the two lock picks. These picks are fresh. They're new. I haven't put anything in for today. So let's dive into. That's why I decided to just do this live stream. Spend roughly 10 minutes going over what the recap, or 15, whatever, go over the recap. But let's dive into today. Sorry, I don't even know why. Oops. Let me do that. Sorry. Okay. Now, let's dive into these two lock picks. So, what I'm probably going to do later today, I'm probably like I did yesterday, I'm probably going to live stream. It's probably going to be the Spurs versus the Hornets. So, if you want to come back to the channel, like I said, at 7:10, basically, is around the time that the game is starting. I'm probably going to live stream this game for the night. The game of the night, though, I honestly feel like it's either going to be Philly at Detroit. It still could technically be Toronto versus my Thunder. But then also, too, it could be, it might even be Milwaukee at Atlanta. Because what I'm thinking about doing for the channel is like live streaming the game of the night on occasions, but it'll be more so like, say I'm off the next day and all I need is just, sleep, hours and hours of sleep. I'll probably just live stream one of the games, like the live play-by-play per radio station or whatever. That's what I'm thinking about doing for, say, one of the 8 o'clock or whatever game. Probably more so like the 8 o'clock, 8:30, because those ones are going to push past 11. I'm usually not up that late, but I think maybe just a couple times a month I can do it. But we'll see. But in totality, I'll probably just look to maybe do some live streams for the earlier games. So like I said, I'm more so thinking about this San Antonio Spurs game here, just to see, because this is like the earliest. Because this one's more than likely gonna finish around like 9:30. And that's when a lot of the lines are going to start really opening up for tomorrow's games. I think there's like, so, no, wait, 2, 4. So there's 11. We got a big slate tomorrow. 11 games tomorrow. So I can't wait. All right, let's see. First game up. I'm gonna do the 2 lock picks for these 2, because then this way it will basically push me to do the video for tonight. So the 2 lock picks will be for today. But this is what I'm going to do a little bit different. I'm actually going to focus on some of the key factors as to why you may want to take a spread for tonight. This is a high one. The last time the Wizards were the dog for the spread being this high, this was literally just recently, I think within 2 or 3 days. I can't remember specifically who it was, what team, but I know for sure that due to the number, it was too high and they covered easily, but they still lost the game. Actually, no, let me double check. I think that's the game that they won, because currently they are currently on a 3-game winning streak. Just double check. It wasn't. No, it wasn't any of these. I think it was against this. I think it was against Phoenix. I'm just double checking, triple checking, because it wasn't against the Lakers. Lakers blew them out the water. It wasn't the Clippers. Yeah, like I said, I think it was the Suns. That was back on the 25th. And they only lost by 10. So this one, again, it's Cleveland, right? Again, you would, on paper, Cleveland's supposed to come here. They're supposed to blow them out the water. But let's look at some stuff. I went and looked up a site. It's called Sportsbook Wire. Um, they gave some actual info on the game here. Let's dive into this game, and that's what I'm going to do per this stream. That's the reason why I wanted to stream. Just want to just go over, kind of really look at some stuff to be able to see if I want to take some spreads today, take a money line maybe, do something a little bit different. But this is what Sportsbook Wire is saying about the Cavs versus the Washington Wizards. Cleveland Cavaliers and the Wizards meet Friday at the Cavalier Arena. Tip off at 7 o'clock, basically 7:10 p.m. Blah, blah, blah. Cavaliers are 3-0 per this game, so you figured that they're going to win this game. But again, because Kuzma's not there anymore, the team, I guess they are looking to push for some actual motivation, whatever the Wizards are looking to do now, currently, now that we are in a new month. Because again, this is a new, fresh month. So this is just before the All-Star break. All-Star break is not that far away. Washington just might, by the time the All-Star break gets here, they may be above 500 in wins. Maybe. I don't know. But again, they're three straight, and I think they've covered all three of the spreads too. So yeah, but the Cavs topped the Wizards 115 to 105 back on December 13th. That was the last time that they played. And Washington covered the 16 and a half as the dog, and the under it went under the 235, so that cashed. Cleveland has won 11 in a row in this series, with Washington's last win over the Cavs back in December 30th, 2021. The Cavs are 7-3 against the spread, ATS, in the last 10 of these meetings. 7-3, with the under hitting 5-1. So that's the reason why I looked at this and I was like, huh. It even says like Cavs have won 5 of the past 6 games, while going 4-2 ATS during that stretch. The over has a 3-2 edge in the past 5 outings. And it also says Washington has posted a season high 3 straight wins in a row, all on the road. Again, this is the last 3 games, all on the road, and now they're back home. The over has hit 2 out of the last 3. So yeah, I just kind of have this feeling that because they're back home, though, because again they were on the road, they're coming back home, they're motivated, all of that. I personally would feel like, you would probably maybe possibly want to take this spread, specifically here. Look, my record sucks in totality. My record sucks for the month of February, but I don't care. I'm going to go on ahead, and I'm going to take this 17 and a half here specifically. I'm just going to go on ahead and do it. Cleveland, they if I remember correctly, they did not play last night. They played, so they played 2 days ago at Detroit, and they barely won by 3 points on the road, 118 to 115. I personally, so yeah, even with that, let's even look at the last 5 games Cavs on the road. Cleveland is currently the last 5 games, when it's pertaining to the blowing out a team, right? Again, they barely won at Detroit. They did not knock the socks off of the Miami Heat on the road by 20 points, 126-106. So that's 1-1. They went and battled and lost against Philly 132 to 129. So they were 1-2. And then they lost the game before that 2 days prior against the Rockets on the road, 109-108. So that's 1-3. They did win against the Timberwolves, 114-117. 1-3, 2. So they're 2-3. Um, 1-2, 2-2. So I'm more so looking at the score for like the actual score. So they've only blown out one team, and that is the Miami Heat. Again, on paper, you would figure that they would come in here and win this game big. I kind of have that feeling that Washington is motivated. They may have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. I'm just gonna go on ahead and I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna take the Wizards, not in the straight up to win. That's plus 900 for them to win the money line. But I'm gonna go on ahead and take the spread at 17 and a half. That's the first lock pick for today. Why did I do that? Strange. So that's that one. Stream was being weird on my phone. All right, that's that one. Next up, next lock pick. Spurs at Hornets. Let's find the game here. Here we go. Again, Sportsbook Wire. Now this one's fresh. I didn't look at this one, but let's see what we're gonna do here. Hornets have a record of 12 and 36, while the Spurs have a record of 22 and 26. Um, let's see. They're a double-digit favorite here. So it says 11 and a half. Let's see where it's at now. Currently, it is 10 and a half. So dip down one. Let's get rid of you. Okay. Actually, I messed up. Give me 1 second here.